How are we doing? Welcome in. Good after morning. It's Friday. How you doing? How you doing? I almost wasn't ready then. I opened the mic live and didn't open up anything else, so I kind of balls it up. But you didn't need to know that. All you need to know is we're live. We're here. We're live on Twitch. Hi. How you doing? Hey. Doctor, good morning. Welcome into the stream. Hello. How we doing, dude? Are you good? Enzo, can we get square sausages or what? Square sausages. If you don't know what that means, that's fine. Nobody knows what that means. It's provocative. It just gets the people going. Welcome in. If you don't know what this is The Scoop. My name is Graham Day. We are Ice Cream Uploads, and in true Ice Cream fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast. If we do say so ourselves, we usually go live, and I say we because there's usually two of us. There's usually two of us that goes live each and every single weekday at 10 a.m.-ish on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. But this... Oh no, that's a nade! Move away! Oh no, good nades and stuff. Timeless, good morning, dude, good morning. So usually there's two of us that do this show. Usually we go live at 10 a.m.-ish each and every single weekday on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. But at the moment we are running... well, it's just me, so skeleton staff. One person, as Bibby isn't around. He is back next week-ish, though, so we may be back to normal this time next week. We'll see. Maybe the week after, first week back and that stuff. But yeah, there we go. Nice. So we do bring you the podcast usually 5 days a week. At the moment, we're only bringing it you for 3 days a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m.-ish on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. The reason I say ish is because we work in the video games industry. That work comes first, so we fit in the scoop around that. We aim for 10 a.m. It could be anywhere between 10 and 3. It's usually around 11, 12-ish. As you can see now, it's 12:39. So it's ish, 10-ish, somewhere in there. But how are we doing? If you're in the chat, please do feel free to get involved. We are live on Twitch, but the live stream on Twitch does get turned into a podcast. We post a video on YouTube for anyone to watch it back in its entirety, but we also post audio podcasts on iTunes without a D, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play. So there's lots of places where people watch and listen to this show on demand. So make sure you get involved on behalf of those people that do get to watch on demand, but don't get to get involved in the conversation. That's on you on Twitch. And if you're watching this on demand, hey, we appreciate you very, very much. Over 105,000 people have watched and listened to this podcast on demand. As mentioned, it's probably a bunch more than that, but we haven't crunched the stats because there's just me. So we'll do that soon. But we appreciate you nonetheless. Just before we jump into today's stories and into the chat, let me give you a few reminders that, first of all, ! Loot drop. Subscribers get prizes, or one subscriber gets a prize at least, and that will be on Monday. It's come around pretty fast. We haven't even announced what it is because just the nature of this month so far. But one person, actually, no, tell a lie. It'll be the Monday after. Nice. Okay, we'll tell you next week. But the Monday, the 7th. Okay, there it is. 7th of January. It's not even this Monday. It's the Monday after. This Monday is the last day of January, so that don't count. It's the Monday after. The 7th of January, we will give a prize away to one subscriber. Picked at random. We'll pick anyone that is a subscriber on that day. We'll export the names and we'll take the whole list and we'll just roll it as a random wheel. One person will bag themselves a prize and we will announce that on stream. You just got to claim it in the Discord. Job's good. An ! Discord if you want the link to the Discord to get involved. And as well as that, ! Insert Coin, just to remind you that we are part of the Insert Coin family. Yeah. They do provide us sexy merch like that jacket just there. Not that jacket. That one is provided to us by Manny. Of OF Manny on Twitch fame, which is where this came from, actually. So, and this. Okay, we're ! Manny. I don't even know if we've got a Manny command, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, do feel free to get involved in the loot drop, and do feel free to help yourself to some Insert Coin merch. You can use our code, save yourself 20%. Everyone's happy. Nice. Okay, scrolling back up. Timeless. Good day, you sexy man. Good day to you, sir. You're enough for me, says Timeless. I love you. iTunes with a D. iTunes. I watch it back at 6 p.m. every evening with ice cream. It's my 6 p.m. news. Nice. See, that's the commitment that we like to see. Let's go, Timeless. If anyone does watch this on YouTube, by the way, I know it's not our #1 platform. It's obviously Twitch first, and then maybe SoundCloud, iTunes, and then YouTube, something like that. I don't tend to look at the breakdown. But if you are watching on YouTube, it would be extremely helpful if every day you could just get involved in the comments down below. You don't have to. We're not going to force anyone into it. Hello there, Nigio. Do feel free to get involved in the comments on YouTube. You don't have to, but every comment just tweaks the algorithm. YouTube responds to people that get involved in the comments and then shows the video to more people, and then more videos views equals more channel subs, and then more channel subs equals more exposure. More exposure equals potential for monetization. Monetization means that we can buy things to give back to the community. That's the whole wheel. So if you just drop in a comment and say, great vid, loved it, nice, whatever, hitting the like button as well, doing that stuff. That's why people tell you to hit the like and subscribe, because it helps. It helps. It really does. So thank you very much. Good morning, G. Good after morning, Mr. Clark. How we doing? Loot drop's not working. Oh, is it down for me again as well? God damn it! That it was down for Big Ham Man earlier on as well. Let me disconnect, reconnect. Let's go. See if that works. Interesting that the loot drop didn't work, but the audio command did. Okay, it's working now. There you go. I don't know. 7th of January, do you mean February? Well, whatever. I don't know. I even said that this Monday coming was in February, and it's not. It's still in January, so we've ballsed it up. You know what I mean. Proper contest and like Hamish's fixed ones. How did it get on? I entered the first one, but, well, I say entered. I typed ! beard and then left the chat because it's been a busy old morning. It's like 1:45 in the afternoon. And it feels like 10 a.m. for me. I have done so much this morning, so I didn't even get to see who won. Was it anyone we know? Was it good? Was it good people, or was it like the compers, the people that just arrive, drop a follow, get some free stuff, and then disappear off into the sunset? Who won? Madge says, Nietzsche, will you beat Bolton? Will you be at the Bolton versus Sunderland game tomorrow? Okay, there we go. So Nietzsche, you're going to the Bolton game. Mike might want to duff you up. I think that's what we're looking at. Looks like Graham dressed like Todd Jizzle. I'll take it. To be fair, I could go on a step further. So I've got this. So this is the Illvision hat. Obviously, Illvision, for those that don't know, is Toby / Manny's brand. This is the under the radar football shirt, which is Manny's football team, and then that there is an Illvision windbreaker. So this was given to me by Manny. That was given to me by Manny. This I bought because represent. He's giving me stuff I'm going to support. But you can't see, if I don't know which way to go. Is move the mic. That is a stash of Illvision stuff. So I have even more. So if you think this is me looking like Manny and Toby, just paste it, then it's going to go even more intense. When I go full Manny cosplay, yeah, you'll see. I'm at the Bolton game tomorrow, just asking. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You find him, rough him up, like one of those, like, yeah, where you at, mate? Yeah, you and Sam. All in the neck. Yeah. Oh, hello. Been a while. Blame work and NGB stuff. Busy times. Hope you well. No, it's good. It's fine. I like seeing. I don't like seeing the absence. I obviously like to have you in the chat, Mr. T, but I like seeing, you can see when you're busy with something like that, because you can see, like, obviously, more hands on deck equals more content equals more fingers in pies. So the uptick in NGB stuff, it's good to see. So yeah. Don't apologize. You get that success. You goddamn right. Although I was thinking last night, where was my invite to the UFL stuff? And I thought, actually, do you know what? Probably not the best thing to be on. Football focused. It's close to being things that we can't say. So yeah, it's probably good. But you're absolutely getting me on. Although I was thinking, okay, well, can we stream? But we as Twitch partners can't stream on our own channels, but we can guest on other people's channels. So if you ever do want ICU on NGB live streams, hit us up. That's what we should doing around like the E3s and stuff. We'll do like, so we'll cover the Twitch stuff, you cover the YouTube stuff, and then let's go. Yeah. Where we going? Missed it. Tito. I'll read Tito. Wagwan. Ooh, free stuff. Yeah, so this was free. This was paid for. That was free. Other stuff down there was free. We do have stuff as well that's free, like the PUBG stuff to give away, but we also have stuff that is paid for. You might have seen this in the Discord yesterday. I did show it off to the people that were in the Insert Coin stream the other day. So we have our first 2 of 5 batches of the ICU blackout baseball caps. So speaking of Art Vision, there's another one. There's the other hat that Manny sent me. But this is the ICU blackout baseball cap. We have 2 of our 5 deliveries. Once we have all 5 deliveries, we can look to start organising, distributing them. So if people want to buy, we can get them sorted. So yeah, 40% of the way in. Nice. Do we have the socks in stock? I don't know. What socks are we talking about? I hope so. Mate? No, mate, man's not daft enough to subject himself to Bolton. You use the word man's. You would definitely fit in. Beat me up, where's he going to find 10 men in it? There we go, all in the neck. C. Brett says Dying Light 2 looks amazing. It does. It's not on the agenda for today, though, C. Brett. Where have you seen it? Have I missed something? Has something new come out, or are you talking in general? There's no chat on Switcher's Twitch app. God damn it. Have a word. It's called the Bibby effect. Exactly. I thought a conflict of interest otherwise would have asked you. Nah, you're right. I did sit there thinking, oh, do you know, whatever? But then I realised. So it's good. I'm a fat shit. I have the 10-man effect. We don't want you at all, Graham. It's fine. I know this is a new show, Graham, but can I ask you a question as a PlayStation user? Fire away. Thank you, AGB, for the stream yesterday, by the way. It was funny. It was good. How many caps did you order? In the end, we went a little bit OTT. We got a good steer for what we needed for demand in the Discord, and then just went, fuck it, well, let's stick a bunch more on. So we have 40 of each. So the curve peak caps will disappear in no time, and then there's probably 2 flat peaks going. So if you know anyone that wants to buy one of 38 flat peak caps, going and playing Down Light 2. Eventually, I imagine we will, yes. Sorry, I've been watching YouTube channel game, but no, it's good. It's good. What are your thoughts on paying for PS5 upgrades for games you already own and have likely played? I don't have a problem with that. I feel like that's a conversation that has been turned negative because of Xbox's smart delivery sort of setup. But I don't think smart delivery is perfectly applicable to everyone and everything. I was very, very much in favour to go back a generation. You switch from PS3 to PS4, and a lot of games were charging you 50 quid to get the same game, but on the PS4 version, whereas Assassin's Creed gave you put the disc in, pay 10 quid, and you can play on your PS4 the upgraded version. I'm more than happy with paying a £10 fee or something to pay on the next console. If it's something like 10 quid, that's better than 60, 70 quid, because there will be costs for developers to scale that game up, to remaster it, to add in ray tracing elements, whatever it is. Just porting from one system to another usually incurs some sort of costs. So I don't mind paying for that. I get a better experience than I would have done before. If it's free, it's even better, but I'm not against it. Can I order all 80? Yes. £72 each, please. I'll get my free hat with this month's sub. We haven't said we're giving away a hat this month. You never know, though. Keeping off UFL socials / replies, too many negative towards them. Saw a few comments and it got myself upset, says Ads. Well, do you know what? Let's bring it to you then. You want to leave the negativity? We'll bring the negativity. Now, we don't want negativity. Not where it's unwarranted. What we want is conversations. So we are going to kick things off talking about UFL, though. So for those that might not have seen it last night, do feel free to check out Next Gen Base on YouTube. I believe it's youtube.com/nextgenbase, but I could be wrong. If I am wrong, do feel free to correct me in the chat, Mr. T. But Next Gen Base covered this live last night. So myself and Bibby were both present in their stream watching. So UFL is a new football game on the market, and that's UK football, global football, not American football, obviously. So obviously you may be aware of FIFAs and the eFootballs of the world, but this article, we're leading with an article from VGC. Chris Scullion says, FIFA and eFootball challenger UFL reveals their first gameplay footage. That's where we will kick things off. We do have a big old show, though, following that. We then jump through articles covering Twitch is under fire for encouraging streamers to spend an unhealthy amount of time online. That's the second article. We then jump into Pokemon. Pokemon Legends Arceus? I thought it was Arceus, but I heard someone calling it Arceus this week, and I've not watched any of or played any of the Pokemon content that features Arceus. So I don't know how it's pronounced. Do feel free to correct me on that. But Pokemon Legends Arceus, nice, has terrible graphics, and we should all keep saying it. That is a question, not a question, a point posed by Eric Switzer at The Gamer. It's a great game, but it looks shit, is basically what he's saying, and we should be proud to say that. Next up, NetherRealm has teased Mortal Kombat 12 accidentally and then deleted it. Ubisoft says that if you don't like NFTs, it's because you don't get it, not because they're a piece of shit. So, yeah, nice one, Ubisoft. We'll go through that one. Gotham Knights is still coming out this year. Netflix has signed some more partnerships to get even more games. And then we finish up with Free Game Friday. Let's go, baby. What date is the giveaway, please? Good question. The 7th of February. There you go. It's always the 1st January of the month. So just calendar it. 1st January. Oh, my God. This is going well. First Monday of the month. There we go. Got there eventually. Oh, by the way, Graham, I will never abuse your singing ever again. Gargad insulted me today when I sung today on stream, and I actually had a comment with Tito on this on Wednesday. I'm not down for negativity. So, like, if you see people doing some voice mod singing and stuff like that on stream, and you'll see someone like Lotus Arcane going, yeah, hyping it up, that makes you feel good. But then if you see someone go, oh, you can't sing, and it's like, okay, well, that's a bit of a joke. But then every time someone sings, and it's like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm going to mute the stream, or I'm going to turn it off, I'm going to leave. And just imagine you're doing something, and someone's telling you that they want to leave your stream every time you do it. So yeah, I started off by engaging with comments, and then I started ignoring the comments, but they still kept coming. So I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna have to say something, because it's just not good for someone's mental state, is it? Just going, okay, we don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing. Don't like what you're doing. Don't like what you're doing. So yeah, there you go. Now you know. But you know, if you got slagged off by Gaga, then good lad, Gaga. Oh, I'm joking. Anyway, let's jump back into the news. FIFA and eFootball challenger UFL. Oh no, it's not on screen. It's now on screen. There we go. FIFA eFootball Challenger UFL reveals the first gameplay footage. Cristiano Ronaldo is also revealed to be one of the game's ambassadors. This is written by Chris Scullion at VGC. So UFL, the newcomer... Oh, actually, 1 second. Let me take a swig of my brew, because it's probably freezing. Biabby. That was a good brew, by the way. Thank you very much, Danny Day83. Don't know if you're watching, but nice. So UFL, the newcomer attempt to take on FIFA and eFootball, has released its first gameplay footage. The game is being developed by UK studio Strikers Inc. and is set to be released this year on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and the Xbox One. UFL will be a free-to-play game which will focus on a fair-to-play ideology in which players will be fairly matched with similarly skilled opponents. The gameplay was revealed as part of a YouTube presentation in which it was also revealed that Cristiano Ronaldo will be one of the game's 5 ambassadors. So Ronaldo joins Alexander Zinchenko, Romelu Lukaku, Roberto Firmino, and Kevin De Bruyne as players who will help promote the game. The presentation was hosted by Strikers Inc. CEO Eugene Nashilov, who also explained more about UFL's vision. Quote, "We at Strikers Inc. have great respect for everything that has been done over the years in football video gaming," Nashilov said. But at the same time, we feel that the community has been longing for a change. Our goal at UFL is to create a game that is immune to the issues that are blocking the genre's progress, end quote. Strikers has also been signing partnership deals with a number of European football teams, though what this entails has yet to be confirmed. The partner teams announced so far are Monaco, Besiktas, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Celtic, Rangers, Shakhtar Donetsk, Sporting, and West Ham United. We've paid a lot of attention and respect to these partnerships because in our case, they're not just for presentation, Nashilov explained. You may call it the UFL way, but we believe there are better alternatives to club club partnerships than just buying a license. Our goal is to give UFL players another level of connection between clubs and their fans. We'll keep revealing and signing partner clubs from all over the world, so stay tuned for updates and hot topics throughout 2022. Nashalov concluded the presentation by saying that the game is in its final stages of development, adding, we will be announcing the release date when we feel ready. There we go. What do we think? What do we think? Did anyone watch this this presentation? I'm going to click on this video. Annoyingly, the video embedded in it is the full 18-minute video, so I can't just click to the gameplay segment. Where is it? Where is it? If anyone has a link to the YouTube video directly... Oh, it's there. I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay, I'll put this on screen. So I'll hit play on this. Look. Ah, you piece of shit. Tried to turn the volume up and it just skipped a million miles. Unmute. Okay, I'll just leave it there. It's not right from the beginning. Do you know what? I'm going to mute that. That voice is just doing my nutting. So this is the trailer playing within the video on the screen. Did you guys watch it? What did you think? What did you think? Did you see anything that enticed you? Did you guys feel happy with what you saw? Bearing in mind, this is a brand new football game. Without trying to bring everything else in, what you expect from football games in 2022, what do you think about this? Did it have what you liked? Did you like what you saw? What are you saying? What are you saying? Let me jump back up through the chat and see what everyone else has been saying. It's Arceus. See, that's what I said. That's what I've said all along. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like in Archaeopteryx, or whatever it is, the dinosaur. I thought it was like that, but then it was actually blessing Adeoye Jr. from Kind of Funny Games, obviously well-respected Forbes 30 under 30 games journalist, and I think he's a Pokemon fan, and he was calling it Arceus. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'm wrong because he's got a bit more sway than I have, but if sure, Mr. Pokemon says it's Arceus, then I'm happy with that. Pokemon Legends is amazing. Arceus says Magic as well. It's the 1st January, exactly. 1st January of the month. You got to get it. Isn't the first Monday the what? Okay, let me turn it off screen. The trailer's finished. Graham has a wonderful singing voice. I don't fight anyone that says different. Exactly. I apologise for the past comment. It was always meant in jest. No, I get it. It's just one of those things where the joke just went a bit far. So it's fine. We'll leave it. It's okay. It's okay. No stress. I regret nothing, you goffed. There you go. I love Graham Ye West. Do you know what? Can't remember which voice it is, but there is something on voice mod that sounds like auto-tune. Because there's like little... There's Lil Wayne or something, Lil Voice or Little Mod or something like that, which is a Little Wayne sort of voice moddy kind of thing, but there's one that sounds kind of like full-on old school Kanye kind of thing. I fear for fair play as it doesn't describe what fair is. Isn't the fair play element the skill-based matchmaking? I assume that's what it was. I don't actually know. Because, yeah, we want a fair game. That's almost politician speak. It's like we are the #1 gaming podcast. In what sense? Just because we say we are. It's one of those things that sounds cool, but doesn't really mean anything if you dig down into it. So what does fair mean? Unless you quantify what that means. So the only thing I've seen with that is... like within this article, it says UFL will be a free-to-play game which will focus on fair play ideology in which players will be fairly matched with similarly skilled opponents. Is fair just skill-based matchmaking? Is that what it is? Because that's just SBM. It exists and also has controversy, but it exists already, so it's not really anything new. No packs / microtransactions for currency. Is there none at all? I mean, because I watched this, but I was watching it on my mobile last night, and I've tried to watch it again today, but I was working, so it was kind of one of those where you're taking it in-ish. But is that confirmed? No microtransactions? Because it's free to play. There's got to be some in-app purchases, right? Why would I be going to Bolton vs Sunderland? A bit far travel from Devon. I can be a good player with a poor team, beating a poor player with a good team. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, is it your win percentages? Does it take into account your team's like overall ratings versus your number of wins, and then put you against other people like that? There's all sorts of different ways the cookie can crumble when it comes to skill-based matchmaking. Because say if I win 500 games and you win 500 games, I could be playing with a god squad, which is making me walk to victory, and just be a shit player. That would be pretty accurate. Whereas you could be playing with a crap team that requires you to fight for every victory. So if we get matched together, is that fair because we've had the same amount of wins? Whereas in reality, I might be a god squad, but you're slapping everyone, so you might melt me. It depends. There's all sorts of different ways that can be unravelled. I mean, I suppose a win is a win, whether you get it with a god squad or not. That's kind of a constant. So yeah, don't know unless we get more information on that. Microtransactions will work like Fortnite, cosmetics only. That's how I see it. Is that possible though? Is that possible for a football game? What do you think? Could you see a football game just have... I mean, what cosmetics do you buy? A new kit? So if kits are cosmetics, then they won't have custom kits, right? How does that work? Because if I wanted to put in this is Manny's Under the Radar FC shirt. If I wanted Under the Radar FC in the game, on a game with custom kits, I can just import it as a PNG file, a kit file, boom. But if I can do that, that is like including mods. As soon as you include mods for kits, any purchasable kit forever is gone then, because why would I buy a kit when I can just mod it in? So, like, that, have they confirmed that there will be no custom imports or anything like that? Just you work for a frisk and Magic is offering them out a bottle. Just up for a pint, to be honest. Oh, is that the trailer? Thank you very much, Luke. I appreciate you dropping that in. I have no opinion. Waiting to see what we get. Looks promising, but I think it's fatal to make your mind up at this stage. Without detail on gameplay mods and more gameplay footage, it's difficult to judge. I'd have been up for that. I'll give you a shout next season. Nice. I'm excited and worried. They can go quiet now. They can't go quiet now. Keep this hype train running. Mr. T says, I hope they do well, mainly to shake up the football gaming space. They won't compete at the levels of the other two straight away. Will take a while. Reveal-wise, an okay showing. The presentation was great, confident and assured. Gameplay was okay, but next showing needs to be better and substantial. Yes, UFL will need time to expand. They seem to have a good vision, so let's see. Look at Foot and My Club, for example. At the start, they started as bare bones mode and then expanded into more. Look at the menu part. They'll be in-game purchases, but cosmetics only. Or there was a squad value thing. They implied cosmetics, but let's see if that comes to actual fruition. Kits, balls, stadiums, badges, boots, logos for kits, certain colours for kits. It looks like fully customised kits. It's like a Forza style mode. Imagine you could design kits like Big Zombie Monkey and then sell them in a marketplace. Well, like NFTs. I'm joking. It's console only, so I doubt we'll get mods. But then again, we mod PES. Effectively, I use the phrase mod loosely. Any modification that you do to a game is... fucking imagine NFT kits. We'll put a pin in that. We're talking about NFTs a little bit later on. We don't need to go down that route. But anything that you do to a game that changes it is a mod. It's a modification. So PES's option files are mods, essentially. Happy to see something new, but waiting on more. In-game creation suite, probably. Only danger on that is that most people will design a kit and not change it. So is there a continual revenue stream? They could license complete kits, I suppose. There's a transfer market. I wonder if it's player-to-player transfer market. NFTs, Asim explodes. Up, and there he's gone. So this is interesting. This is interesting to me. I'm easy when it comes to football video games, and I suppose Mr. T probably shares a bit of this. We've been in and around football video games as players and as people that work in that space for a while. So I like to just sit back and read the room when it comes to football games. UFL, I haven't really been like hyped for, and I don't mean that in a negative way. Like, not that I don't give a shit about it, but I didn't feel that it could push the boundary and the envelope. Naturally, marketing determines that you have to say that you are going to do something better. Because if not, why not? What's the point? Oh, video games are out there doing stuff, and it's all right, but we want to change it. We feel people deserve a change, is what they say. So they're saying what's out there is good, but they can do it better. Okay, great. But what's out there has got EA's might behind it for 30 years. It's got Konami's creativity behind it for 30 years. What you're doing with a cash injection in 1 year, if it was that simple, 2K would have done that a million years ago. What was it? Pure Football with Steven Gerrard, or whatever it was called on the cover. I mean, that would have done it a million years ago. So I was always like, okay, I'll keep my ears and my eyes open, but I'm not actively going looking for it because you are telling, you're Xbox Game Passing it. You're telling me something that's too good to be true, although Xbox Game Pass is too good to be true, and it exists. So yeah, I wasn't really bothered. And when I saw this reveal, I like some elements. The game looks pretty. It's got some nice menu screens. It's got licenses that they've actioned and activated on. But I do feel the more I see, the more I'm seeing it kind of confuse itself. So it was all about the game. It's all about what happens on the pitch. We don't need anything else. We're going to make stuff that exists already and just make it better. It's about you getting on the pitch, just playing online with your friends. So why did you sign Cristiano Ronaldo? For me, the best footballer I've seen in my lifetime. Why did you license him if it's not really about all that sort of stuff? That changes the narrative for me. I mean, Nico put it in a good way yesterday on the NGB stream. Nico Di Maria, good guy, knows his football games. And in his Asim asked Nico his closing thoughts, and he said, okay, you can stop mentioning indie football devs now to me, because everyone's, and rightly so, I agree, everyone says this is only their first attempt at a football game. So you can't expect it to be perfect out the gates. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be perfect. It could be great, but it won't be perfect. It's the first game. No football game will ever be perfect anyway, but this, if it's good, then they've already done good stuff. They're only an indie dev team. And then Nico says, actually, let's stop with that. I refuse to have anyone saying the words indie developer to me, because they have just licensed Cristiano Ronaldo. No indie developer could just go out and license Cristiano Ronaldo. It doesn't happen. And I do you know what? I agree with his sentiment there. They are a new developer, but in their trailer, they mentioned they've got 200 staff. Indie developers don't have 200 staff working worldwide licensing Cristiano Ronaldo. So they may be indie in certain scopes, but when it comes to backing, they've got Roman Abramovich sat there. They have a sugar daddy, someone with a lot of cash funding them. You don't just license De Bruyne, Ronaldo, Romelu Lukaku, Zinchenko, and whoever the other one was. I don't know, someone else. Firmino, there we go. I might have missed another one as well. Don't know. You don't license 5 ambassadors like that without any real cash injection. It's like watching the old school Game Loft games where you'd get players in lookalike kits and you might get one player as their sort of like lead player, but it'd be like Titus Bramble. Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay, see what you're doing. It's not quite the same. These guys clearly have a lot of backing, but that kind of muddied the waters for me because it kind of got rid of their aura. Okay, we're new, we're disruptive. We're going to take what you know and disrupt the space, do something different, do something bigger, do something better, change the focus from being microtransactions to cosmetics, to make it focus about the gameplay. But also, here's us buying players and stuff and licenses that you've seen elsewhere. And is throwing that money around at this stage when people haven't really seen the gameplay, is that a bit distracting from what is the core of their message? I kind of feel like it is. Leave Titus Shambles alone. No comment. Exclamation mark Game Pass, says Tito in the chat. Did you know that if you're an Xbox, you can get Game Pass where for a low monthly fee of only £10.99, you can get access to hundreds of games, including day one releases, and even EA, Ubisoft, and Activision Blizzard games. Plus, you can even get the first 3 months for £1. Boom. I think that's probably the cleanest I've nailed that so far. I even said £10.99 rather than just £10.99. So I'll take that one. Where did we get to? PES is also on PC. UFL isn't on PC. Touche. I actually didn't know that until I read the start of this article where it confirms it's set to be released PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One. I didn't realise that it was skipping PC entirely. Interesting. NFT, no fucking thanks. Was it Wired Productions? Is Wired Productions' NFT page, was that NFTs? No fucking thanks. And I was like, I'd like to see that. I'm interested and worried. The graphics looked terrible, but it did say alpha, so I do feel like they're working on updated graphics still. Pardon me. I mean, that's the thing. That is the thing. Is player animations, pacing of the game. There was skating. Just. It did look a bit jarring at times, and I wouldn't be surprised. And this is not me trying to be negative, by the way. This is just me thinking about how much goes into football game development. When you play a FIFA, you're not just playing FIFA 22. You're playing FIFA 22 that's built on 21, which was built on 20, which was built on 2019, and so on. The same thing with a PES game. Obviously, you get big disruptions. You might go from whatever FIFA's engine was before to the Frostbite engine, and they lose a lot of stuff that's not compatible. Same things has happened with PESs. When you change engines, you lose a lot of stuff that's compatible. So you need to rebuild a lot of those functions back in again. These don't have any of that stuff to be rebuilt, though. So they have years of stuff that could potentially need to be put into the game, which I think a lot of people that have their heads screwed on will be aware of that and go, okay, that's fine. It's just nice to have another voice, another brand in the space, and we'll see how they get on. A lot of people, I think, will be like, this is going to be the best game ever because they have Ronaldo on the front of it and they've got hashtag United, which is a good sign for me, by the way. I do think that's pretty good. But they've got this, and then it comes out, and then that 12-year-old that's a big hashtag United fan is going to lose his shit because it's not FIFA level of quality. It's not groundbreaking sort of whatever. There's no master leagues and stuff like that. Okay, it's just online and it's not great. What the fuck is this? And it's like, it's kind of what you should be expecting, really, because they don't have the years of stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. They're coming out with that super polished, slick style that I expect and would want them to have. The downside is that can often let people pick things apart. And I did see something as well, that are all of their licenses and partnerships only signed for 1 year? Is that like a hit it and quit? Sort of like, if this doesn't work, we can just get out without spending 3 million every year on Ronaldo for the next 3 years. So they've got West Ham, they've got Monaco, they've got Mönchengladbach and whoever, but only for a year. So can they just go, boop, didn't work, okay, fuck it, never mind, and just disappear, fizzle out? So as fizzling up now, could it fizzle out just as quick, if not quicker? NFT, it knew no fucking tomorrow. Exactly. Next month, Xbox acquires Strikers Inc., creators of UFL. Just imagine. They've done their research. All Celtic kit numbers were correct. Nico is the Wish version of Nietzsche. By the way, people are already playing UFL, not public, not sure who. Interesting. I will go asking questions to people that I think might be playing it. off the record, obviously. Do we know who's backing them? Big boy backing. I don't know. I have no idea. Someone with cash. All I will say, and this is probably a little bit generalizing because I don't actually... What are your thoughts on UFL? Poll started. It was 50-50 between no opinion yet and cautiously optimistic yet. I think those are pretty much the only two opinions that I would take. Now, do you know, I'd offer another one. Cautiously optimistic is, do you know what? It could be good. I'm looking forward to it. Might be shit. That's cautiously optimistic. No opinion yet is we'll see. There's not enough for me to gauge on. The other option that I could see people going for is a straight up meh. It's not special. It's not special. So not even overly negative, but like cautiously optimistic and cautiously negative. I think I've seen quite a bit of that. People going, do you know what? It sounds all right. It looks great. It's not completely killed it for me, but it's also not done anything for me. So yeah, I won't be cautiously optimistic. I'll be cautiously negative. So I'm not fully on my negative either. So yeah, I'm probably in the no opinion yet bit. I don't think this will be a game for me. Off of what I know from video game development this year, it could be, or it could be next year. I don't think it will be this year though, but we will see. We'll play it 100%. We will play it, but I'm not convinced at this point. So I'm not negative. I'm not optimistic. I'm just like, I'll go back to waiting. Nothing has caught my attention. I mean, Ronaldo's caught my attention, obviously, because he's Ronaldo. But yeah. It was the CEO. Yeah, but he's not the one with the cash to do all that, right? That what was his name? Eugene Nashalov. He's not the one with all that, was it? I kind of think they need to go. They need to, though, just to make an impression in the market. Do you know what? That is a good point, Madge, because like if they don't throw out Ronaldo and stuff now, it's one of those sort of, you can ride his tailcoats for a little bit. We've got cool friends. And if we've got cool friends, we are cool too, that sort of thing. Okay, you don't know who UFL is? It sounds like some sort of like finance firm. You want to send that off to the UFL and see what they think. It sounds a little bit like that as well. But we're friends with Cristiano Ronaldo, so what are you going to say? And then you buy your legitimacy with it. So there is a lot of that. That's 100% what they've gone for. It's just they must have had conversations of, will this take away our underdog, because that's what they are. It's like it's not the size of the fight in the dog, and it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog, and it's like, okay, they're a little dog with a big fight, but actually no, they're actually quite a big dog with a big fight because they've got shitloads of money, and it's like, oh, okay, well, it's a big dog rather than this little thing that I wanted to get behind. And that's the thing, is like they absolutely it makes sense that they've done it. It's just time will tell whether it's the right way of going it. Thank you for running the poll, Tido. I appreciate that. Didn't you have an article a while back that said FIFA's licenses are expiring or something about FIFA losing loads of stuff? FIFA decided to give up, or are deciding to give up the FIFA name because the FIFA organisation wanted to charge £1 bajillion for that. Literally, I think it was literal billions. I could be wrong. It's been a while since we've seen it. Whatever the figure was, it was stupid money because FIFA the game doesn't need FIFA the brand. FIFA the brand needs FIFA the game. So there's a very good chance that EA Sports next game could be just EA Sports Football or EA Football or EA Sports FC, something like that is their next game. Not confirmed. It went quiet on it. There was a lot of news in a quick succession, but it went quiet on it. FIFA did come out and say, we're exploring our options, as if they were like big dick energy. Whatever, you don't need us. And then EA were like, whatever. All right, mate. Despise them. Sorry. Everyone has an opinion. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I just have a good experience of trading NFTs. You made the cash. Is that what we're saying? Yeah, I'm keeping an open mind when it comes to NFTs. I haven't seen anything that I feel justifies the need for them. Everything I've seen so far has been why, but why the Ryan Reynolds gif? But why? That said, I like the way I described it before is free to play. I was quite negative towards when it first came along 10 years ago because I thought, fuck that's useless. That's not going to be anything apart from toxic and just take my money. And it turned out it was decent. Whereas NFTs could be toxic and could just take money. But I will keep an open mind. I haven't seen anything that has my attention in a wholly positive way. Not even talking about the environmental effects and stuff like that. But yeah, I will keep an open mind. Right now, I'm not bothered. Probably 1 year. Konami do that though with Celtic and Rangers. Probably more too. I mean, you would do that with really, 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 really low level clubs like that though, wouldn't you? I mean. Sorry. Adds as a Celtic fan, if anyone's watching or listening on demand doesn't know this. Hey. 2v2 and 3v3 confirmed. We've asked to get hands-on, but no response from their PR yet. Nice. So once again, do check out Next Gen Base if you want to see thoughts and opinions and impressions. Yeah. I won't make a full move from FIFA, but always play the other games too, PES, etc. Co-op confirmed, POG. I very much doubt it's a game for me either, but I'll give it a go. It will probably be released with next season. I mean, that's the thing. Most football games do that. There's always been a case, though. This is something that we've always had conversations on. Like, for the football season tends to have two peaks. You get the start of the season, yeah, and then you get like the silverware point of the season, March, April. But anyone, like, tell me in 2 months if I'm wrong, 3 months if I'm wrong. But most people like, this game is shit, this football game is shit, there's just fucking too many players using the same players, the passing's OP, or the over-the-top through balls are OP, or just sprints or dribbles or whatever is OP, because people have figured out the systems and figured out how to exploit the game and play the game rather than play football. So at that point, that's a good point to release a football game. March, April, when you've got like FA Cup sort of closing in, you've got Champions League, which obviously that can be anywhere between April and July, or fucking whatever with the COVID world kind of thing. And then you've got the Euros and the World Cups and stuff in the summers as well. A World Cup every year or whatever going forward if they get their way. So yeah, there's a good launch window there potentially. I don't know whether they'll go for that. The easiest thing is to just go for the start of the season, because that way your calendar ties up with everyone else's calendar. If you launch a game with Pogba on the cover with his United shirt, and then he leaves United, which he's very likely to do in the summer and goes to Madrid, it's like, oh, fuck. And that's a problem for teams that launch at the start of a season, let alone just before the end of it. So, yeah. No, the CEO was playing it. The version the CEO played looked slightly better graphics-wise. Is that the picture that he posted on social media afterwards? Remember Esports Boxing Club? That's gone quiet now. Hype's dying. UFL shouldn't let that happen. I think ESBC, though, has done that already. They've never fully committed. So I think that's a slightly different... It's a good point, but I think it's slightly different. ESBC, for those that don't know, Esports Boxing Club started out as a tiny little thing made by developers in Sheffield, which clearly got some backing, and then suddenly every big boxer in history is in it, because everyone wants a boxing game back. Or not everyone. Everyone that's a fan of boxing wants a boxing game back. So, yeah, they have gone quiet, but I don't think they've gone this big this yet. I mean, I suppose they have. Do you know what? Actually, I'll take it back a bit. I think you might be right, because if you've got fucking every big name in boxing, then I suppose they have gone that big. It's just, I'm talking from a mainstream element. Boxing isn't as mainstream as football anymore, so they haven't gone full into the mainstream yet. I think once you do that, you can't pull back. But they haven't done that yet. Low level, let's go. With clubs that are in debt, like Rangers, yes. Kappa, touche. FIFA users complaining to solve by Team of the Year and Team of the Year. But a preseason beta would be so good. Yeah, no, yeah. Team of the Year and Team of the Season. I get you. Yeah. 3 months since ESBC did anything, which that doesn't surprise me. They've never released a game, so they are probably just doing. We've not seen any consistent, solid gameplay stuff. We've seen a few gameplay clips in trailers, but no one's played a match. So at this point in time, they've not even shown a match. So it wouldn't surprise me that they've taken 3 months. Once you see a match, and then if you have 3 matches of nothing, then it's like, okay, what have you done so wrong? What's gone wrong? At this point, I'd say they're just building. They're just building. It's not the greatest planning for content-wise. I would have been, if I was doing their content stuff, I'd be like, you need to give me more shit. You need to give me timelines and stuff so people know what their expectations are. But, yeah, at this point, no. Oh, little laggy. I've only just seen 2 hours ago. Actually, that's from Bob Duck and Weave. Thank you very much for the follow, Bob Duck and Weave, 2 hours ago. And little laggy and Doctor. I don't know if I called out the host. I appreciate that too. But yeah, there you go. So UFL was announced yesterday. The takeaway is, for a gameplay stream, they didn't really show, for a gameplay reveal, they didn't really show a lot of gameplay. So the jury is out. I think it's probably safe to say it's balanced. Timeless, thank you very much for the host. I appreciate that. So the jury is out for the time being. No need to be negative, no need to be positive, just sit and wait. And if only the world was like that all the time. We will see. But start in March with UFL, and then by the time the new season starts, the game has bugs, glitches, etc. done for, and we can celebrate a game football-wise for it. Yeah, celebrate a game football-wise. Exactly. That would be nice. That would be nice. I'm not sure they do that. I would like to see that. I would like to see, because you get a 6-month free pass, essentially, and then the other brands get 6-month free pass. Okay, you want to launch in third quarter, we'll launch in the first quarter, kind of thing, or second and fourth, or whatever. Yeah, easy peasy. 6-month beta than the game. We'll see whether they actually do that though. I mean, they could do. Free to play beta period could be good. I think September for UFL. I think they will. I think it'll stick more to the football calendar window. I'd be surprised if it isn't. That said, what Mike's saying there about starting 6 months beta, maybe not 6 months, but I could see them launching in a beta phase over the summer and then just getting infrastructure stuff out of the way, and then upon a full launch, adding all the cosmetic options and stuff, but we'll see. Anyway, for now, we'll put a pin in that. We'll probably have more conversations. No doubt this conversation will pick up pace. They've just announced Cristiano Ronaldo. As Ad says, if they let it silence now, they're not doing themselves some favours. So I would expect more news, and we will bring it when it happens. Next up, though, oh, actually, they want to rival FIFA, the CEOs stated. I think they'll try to edge FIFA on release. Not sure they want to be angling to compete with FIFA. I predict August. The thing is, though, people often forget that you edge FIFA, you compete with FIFA. FIFA comes out, let's say FIFA comes out on the 1st of October. FIFA has, like, early access from fucking the second week in September then, and then you'll get like the beta or whatever released from the first week of September. But because FIFA is such a big content driver, all content creators are defined. Their content in that window is, oh, well, I'm playing FIFA because I know that is bank. Thanks, baby, for that one. I'm making bank. I need to get the flat peak out. I've not got an ICU flat peak, no. Just by playing FIFA in that period, making content, uploading it to YouTube, because that's what the people want. So if they come out in September, maybe even in August, they're in that window. They're already fighting against it. So it's difficult. It needs to be pre-FIFA. I would agree. The difficulty again, though, is the football window. It mirrors real life, as do the football game release window mirrors real life. The football season kicks off, and people are talking about it. People want to do it. People go to the park. People buy the games. People watch it on TV, and so on. So in that period, that's when people do it. But yeah, we'll see. The fact that they said that they'll release it when it's ready is a free pass and take their time. But it's also, do you know, it could be next week. We could release it next week, and then we'll all be playing throughout the build up to the World Cup in the summer. Nice. That would be ideal. I'm not sure if they're ready there. From what I've seen of the gameplay there, I don't think they're ready. And if that is them being ready, then I don't think it's the game for me. But we'll see. World Cup warm-ups. World Cup is early this year, isn't it? Get it in early. Is it early or is it late? Isn't it a Winter World Cup or is it? I can't remember. My football calendar over the last 2 years has just been shot to shit. I used to have the wall charts up and everything early. Geez, I forgot the World Cup this year. Exactly. It's January, I believe. So it's in 2023? I thought it was like November, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anyway, while you guys figure that out, I will jump into the next story because we have been live for an hour. Yay! We've got 1 story down and 7 to go. Okay, next story. I am picking up the pace though, just to confirm. A lot of these stories, whilst I do have 7, I'm not going to be going through them all. They are just more of awareness stories. So don't worry, we're not here for another 7 hours. Twitch has been criticised for encouraging streamers to spend an unhealthy amount of time online. Subathon events and financial model to blame. This is written by Ed Nightingale at Eurogamer. And it says, Twitch has been criticised for not doing enough to support the mental health of its streamers. A report on the Amazon-owned streaming platform by the BBC detailed concerns that streamers are encouraged to spend an unhealthy amount of time online with damaging effects to mental health. UK Labour MP Alex Sobel, chairman of Westminster's all-party parliamentary group on video gaming and esports, said the platform really needs to think about its mechanics and changing the financial model to protect the health of streamers. They're set up to encourage people to be on there as long as possible to keep viewers. If they change the mechanics, it could create a nudge effect to change how streamers operate to protect their health. This isn't a new problem. The platform has had a long time to think about this. Surely now is the time for some action. They have a duty of care, end quote. Soppel also believes Twitch should reduce its maximum limit of hours of stream hours to better protect the health of streamers. Currently, this is set to 48 hours, but streamers can often circumvent this by briefly stopping and restarting their streams. This has led to subathon events where streamers are online for as long as possible to generate subscriptions from viewers. These were made more popular by Ludwig, who set the record before moving to YouTube. Now the record is 76 days, set by Ghost in the Machine last year. Actually, let me fast forward. Just that's all well and good. There was a bit that gave you some. Okay, here's tips for streamers. This is very good. So whilst the negative is obviously talking about Twitch, the article is talking about Twitch and their attitudes as being negative. This is good stuff though. Have some boundaries put in place. So if you are a streamer, have some boundaries put in place. Make sure you schedule in breaks to eat proper meals and stick to your planned finish time. Try to finish streams an hour or so before going to sleep and get outside for some exercise. It's not always possible. My Wednesday evening stream, I usually finish up and then go straight into bed, and I'm laid in bed for like the best part of an hour trying to switch off and get to sleep. But that's just one of those things in terms of having the time to try and get enough of a stream in. But that could be because of the way Twitch works. Am I staying up to do that stream? I don't feel I am. I don't feel like this applies to me, so I can't really comment on this. I don't have a problem with Twitch's mechanics and Twitch's where is your 720-day stream? Soon. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with it, but I have the freedom to not have to do it. I'm not a full-time streamer. We are part-time streamers on this channel, so we don't do this purely for the finances. By the way, all subscribe to the channel right now, please. By the way, we need all the cash. Give us all the cash. No, we don't do it money first. Money helps, and money makes it possible to do more of it. That's an amplifier. It's not the driver. We do this because we enjoy this. But some people do this as their full-time job. I say some people, lots of people do this as their full-time job, which makes sense. If this is your full-time job, if you need that money to pay for rent, food, your child's schooling, fucking a new car, whatever, and you get more money, more exposure by staying on for 72 hours straight or 76 days, as Ghost in the Machine has done, then, well, that's what you do. That's what you will do. You will just do 76 days because that will get you more exposure. It will earn you more money. So you're essentially sacrificing your health for profit. I don't really know. And I'd need more time, I think, to digest this and go over this one. It's good to pose some questions, some thoughts, because is that not what every job does? Are you not overworking in every single job? I'm not saying that being a Twitch streamer is any easier or harder, but some people will get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, turn on their laptop, start working, jump off, grab breakfast and bring it back to the laptop, keep working, have their dinner that they eat at their laptop and keep working, and stay on. They'll still be on at 6 o'clock at night. They'll go off, watch watch films or something. They'll get a buzz on their phone, jump back on and keep working. It's the same thing for everything, really. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd need to think long term about what the impacts are. Twitch forcing streamers to cut their stream short. Is that nanny stating it? Should Twitch be doing that, or should we be encouraged to do that, but not? Should Twitch stop you from doing that? Should that be on you to decide if that is the case? I don't think they should. Should Twitch look at finding different ways of monetizing the stream to give you more back, meaning that that's not the only way that you can earn money? Yeah, probably. I think that's probably where I go. See, this is me working through the thought process while on the stream. I didn't have an opinion. I'm developing an opinion. So yeah, I don't feel like subathons and long-term streams should be stopped. I don't feel like that's going to solve anything. I feel like that's just a quick, well, let's stop them streaming for 12 hours. Make them only do 4. It's like, great. We've already done 1, and we've already scratching the surface of the fucking episode, so great. So as long as government doesn't just throw some bullshit like that at it, fair enough. I would rather them seeing Twitch finding out better payment ways for content creators. I think that's probably the best way. December 18th final, November to January-ish. 21st of November to December 18th. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was in that sort of window. World Cup finishes a week before Christmas. Nice. Fucking World Cup Christmas. It's bizarre, but it's good. It should not be down to a news agency /TV company to tell you, though. Some people need to make money from this, and it doesn't work for them. I have never overworked myself wherever I've worked. Madge, don't bother applying for a job at Jelly. No, nice. Probably why I'm still at the bottom rung. Same as Laura Drivers for me. After X amount of hours, you need to take a break. No, I agree. I loved streaming on Mixer Retro and PUBG and still miss it, but I felt my skills weren't up to much compared to the big channels, which shouldn't matter. But I stopped on the technical commitment needed to have a good stream. Do you know what? I agree and disagree. I do agree and disagree. In terms of, I have got a shitload of tech in this room, but that's my hobby. I don't smoke. I like a drink, but I don't drink all the time. We don't drink that often, actually. I don't do any car racing. I don't have a football season ticket because man gets freebies. You get me. But like, I don't have all these other things. So this is my hobby. So I pay for my hobby in a nice, healthy, affordable sort of way. Yes, I have an exceptional setup, and a lot of people hate me for having this setup, which I'm not surprised. But this is a setup that I've not paid for in one go. This is 4 years of progress to get to this point. So yeah, where can I get the Illvision gear? This is from Manny and Toby's website. I think it's just illvision.com. Do you know what? Let me show you. There you go. illvision.com. Yeah. It's good shit. It is really good, by the way. Do it. If you order something, make sure you say Ice Cream Upload sent you, just so that Manny and Toby know. They know. But yeah, I don't think it's entirely about the setups. It's a big thing. A lot of people will see it and go, "Oh, that's nice. I'm going to stay." Whereas it's a lot of people. I've seen some content creators that are by far and away 10 times bigger than us, more than that, and they don't have great setups. They don't have a cam. They just have endearing personalities. And there's obviously extenuating circumstances. They started at the right time. They're from retro groups or whatever. There's something that made them pop some way. It's not always about the way you look and sound, as long as you're entertaining enough. That's all you need. I've seen people have huge success with just a PlayStation and a microphone, not even a camera. So, yeah. If you enjoy it, do it, Mr. Phillips. Do it. If you did it on Xbox, do it on Twitch. You can get involved. We'll jump into some PUBG games. Let's go. You little twat Hulkamania. You little twat Hulkamania. I was talking about that on stream the other day, actually. I think it was Wednesday. But my main hobby is gaming. I dropped 1,800 and my gaming and then wanted a streaming PC. Your setup is this, man. Thank you very much, dude. Long time coming. It's catch-22. If Twitch is your job and you pay tax and money on it, technically, as your own boss, you should follow the rules of work, I guess, which include hours of work. But I also get if you enjoy it and have a passion for it, it's just fun and you're happy. As long as you're a boss, then why should it matter? No, I agree. Shame you're a cunt. Did you censor yourself then, or did you get auto-modded? Because if you censored yourself, then you don't need to do that. Although I appreciate it. No, I do agree, Timeless. And the same thing, even if Twitch is not your job and it's your hobby, sometimes you will burn yourself out. Sometimes you'll burn yourself out at work for short periods. Like we've done, we did an event, excuse me, where we worked through the Friday, just doing the normal work day. And then from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m., we basically reshuffled our studio and got it ready for a remote broadcast. I don't know if any of you guys remember it. There was a PES event. I think it was like PES 2018. I'm saying you guys as if you're the PES community. You're our community. Some of you might be still from the PES community. But there was a tour. It was like the eFootball Pro Tour or something, 2018, 2019, 2020, somewhere around that time. And there was an event in Japan. So we did the coverage for that. But the English broadcast was from the UK, but obviously Japan and England aren't on the same time scale. So we did our full 9 to 5, and then from 6 till 8 we set up our studio. From 8 p.m. until 12 p.m. we did the first half of the show. Me and Adam Butcher, or ASBYT, doing the English stream from our studio in Blackpool. Then from 12 until 3 we went to bed in the studio. And then from 3 until like 8 a.m. or something like that, we got back up again and then did the rest of the fucking broadcast. So it was like almost 24 hours of solid work kind of thing. Knackered. But it was one of those things where, okay, we overworked it because we knew that it was the weekend and it was a big thing. We'd enjoyed doing the casting as well. I enjoy casting. So yeah, sometimes you do it for work, but then obviously work recognises that and gives you money or gives you time off or both or whatever. And I think the same thing with Twitch. Doing 76 days, constant streaming isn't healthy, or 82 days actually is what she's at now. She's at 82 days. It's not healthy, but that's not something that person's going to do for the rest of their life. That 82 days is possibly enough to set that person up for the rest of their life if it's successful enough. It's like being in Big Brother. That can last for 90 days, 100 days. You're always working then. Is that not allowed? So yeah. Pez wouldn't let me have wouldn't let me have cunt on the back of my shirt for pro clubs. Also, the league I was in wouldn't have appreciated it. So I just used Snook. Tuesday next UC. Timeless says, I'm loving streaming at the moment, but I've said I won't do weekends for now as I don't want to overdo it and lose that passion, as I know I can get OTT with passions that can affect me mentally and make me lose that passion. So pissing myself. Do you know, I actually would like the freedom of being able to go a lot further with it. Streaming in terms of delivering streams. Lockdown was pretty good in that sort of sense. We had a bit more freedom to stream more regularly. We're still hindered, for want of a better word. We're still working, so we still had restrictions on it. That's the reason we do the scoop every day. But then I only do 2 streams a week, a Wednesday night and a Saturday morning. Those are like extra. I would do a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maybe not a Saturday as well, if it was doing Monday to Friday, and then take the weekends off kind of thing, so that I could do the streams and build the content, get some sort of consistency. Obviously, the more consistent you are, the more viewers, the bigger your channel is, the more you grow. It still matters that you're entertaining whilst you're on stream. So yeah, I would love to do that, but it's just one of those things. If you don't overdo it. I'm still working, so I will do 2 streams. I'm not going to do a stream every day because I also want to see my family. I want to spend time with Danielle. I say spend time with Chloe. She's a teenager-ish now, so she doesn't want to spend time with me. But still, you know what I mean. You know me. I stream like once every now and then when my niece wants to watch, and then I don't bother if she doesn't. Do you know what? Didn't even know you streamed, Mike, at all. Do you stream on the account that you're on now? I had no idea. Did not know. Anyway, we'll put a pin in that. We'll move on. Not obviously put a pin in my streaming. I still want to know that. But we will move on to a little bit of Pokemon news now. Pokemon Legends Arceus. It has terrible graphics, and we should all keep saying it. Pokemon Legends Arceus may be a great game, but there's no reason it should look this bad, says Eric Switzer at The Gamer. Pokemon is the highest-grossing video game franchise of all time. It's not even close. At $90 billion, Pokemon has made 3 times as much as Mario, 5 times more than Call of Duty, and 10 times as much as Grand Theft Auto. Game Freak also puts out the worst-looking AAA games of all time. Again, it's not even close. This isn't even a matter of taste. You can't write off the graphics in Pokemon Legends Arceus as a stylistic choice, and it isn't a limitation of the hardware. The Switch has a massive library of beautiful games with strong art direction, including new Pokemon Snap. It's a fact that Legends Arceus is visually unimpressive. Its drab, low-resolution textures and empty environments make it look like a game from 10 years ago, if not longer. It looks bad, y'all, and I don't know why this is even a debate. I'm not just looking for a reason to hate on Pokemon. Quite the opposite, actually. Pokemon is my favourite thing in the world. I just finished a column where I reviewed all 24 Pokemon movies. I'm master ranking Pokemon Unite. I've collected Pokemon cards my entire life, and I have a corner of my room dedicated to Umbreon merch. I wish I didn't have to prove my Pokemon credentials to you, but that's just the position I find myself in when I say something as obvious as Legends Arceus has bad graphics and there's no excuse for it. Why are so many people defensive about this issue? I'm not saying you shouldn't buy Arceus and enjoy it. I plan to myself, and I'm confident that it's going to be a great game. No one should be bothered when critics and players point out that it looks unimpressive or that it would be a better game if it had modern graphics. It's true, and it's a good thing to point out. Criticism isn't negativity for the sake of negativity when it's constructive. Amen. Fucking amen. When we talk about flaws in Pokemon or any game, it's because we love these games and we want future titles to be better. That's sort of the point of criticism, after all. I get the instinct to defend your favorite things, especially Pokemon, franchise that's been with most of us since childhood, but identifying weaknesses is not the same thing as bashing it unfairly. Pokemon games have a problem. It's been a problem for a long time, and the only way it's ever going to change is if we keep talking about it. I don't play Pokemon games for the graphics. If I did, I'd hate every game, but I don't imagine I've ever played a game for the graphics. People like to reject this criticism by saying gameplay is more important than graphics. I agree, but that doesn't mean graphics aren't important too. Graphics are a huge part of the experience, and better graphics make games more enjoyable to play. Do you know, I'll leave it there. Did any of you guys agree with that? Should Pokemon, the most profitable franchise in all of video games ever, look better? Is this a Nintendo hardware issue? Is it just a Pokemon issue? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Yes, this account occasionally, but if it's only my niece watching, I'm happy with it because not living near them anymore. Just nice to have that connection. No, that's nice. That's nice. I didn't know that. I bet do we even follow? I don't know how to do it. I can block. That's not what I want to do. I don't know how to do it from within OBS. Okay, let me open up my browser. So I bet we don't even follow you. I like to drop in on people's streams, even like if it's only a one person doing it for one other person. That's all the reason to do it. That's the good shit. Streaming for, yeah, drop a follow, boom. There we go. Boop. Yeah, that's when you're doing it for you. That's the purest form of content out there. Doing content, you don't expect. Yeah, I get that all the time because obviously we stream a lot. We tend to follow the people that we also know stream a lot, and because you're on stream, you don't like what I've just did then, spending time going off and clicking on names. You often forget to do that when you don't do it on stream, and then you forget when you're off. So now I know you stream. Yeah, nice. But yeah, streaming for one person, that's all you need. Stream for yourself. And if you're streaming for your niece, even better. And now you can stream for me. Let's go. The graphics look good for me. Obviously not 4K. Switch doesn't support 4K. I'm out of the loop. Is it out today, says Timeless? Yesterday, says Ads. It is. Yesterday. Yes. Looks fine to me. The graphics look good. I thought it looked fine. You don't? It's fine. Pokemon's the most consistent game releasing series. 2 games out in the past 3 months. Do you know what? I actually do believe it should look better, but I don't think it's a Pokemon issue. I think it's a Nintendo issue. But then again, I'm not clearly as big a fan as is it Eric Switzer? As Eric Switzer is. So, I mean, I thought it was a Nintendo issue. Nintendo's games are run to the limit. Pokemon, maybe the Pokemon developers could develop in a way that's lighter. Maybe it's their bloated way doesn't allow them to make the game have extra functions on that system. Maybe, I don't know. But for me, they're okay. But I do agree that it should look better. But I think hardware is the limitation for that. The reason we're talking about a Switch Pro, the reason we're talking about a Switch 2, whatever you want to call it, whichever way it's going to go, is because the games are limited by the hardware. And until that hardware increases, I don't think we're going to see much of a jump forward there. I agree with the sentiment, Eric Switzer, from a selfish perspective. The game looks terrible, and we should keep saying it. Not so much the wording, the sentiment. You want a better looking Pokemon game. I want a better looking Pokemon game. I've wanted a Pokemon game that's Grand Theft Auto-esque, not just low polygon sort of stuff. And yeah, please give me that. But whilst it's a Nintendo title on a Nintendo system that's making shitloads of money, then that's not just going to be an overnight fix. Thank you though. You're welcome. A huge Pokemon overhaul Legends is basically a whole new game. It was never going to look amazing / best graphics ever. I think it's a Nintendo game. It's never going to look the best graphics ever. From the stills I've seen, I haven't played it. From the stills I've seen, it looks okay to me. I know that when I play it, I'm going to be playing a Switch game, which is not as visually intensive as playing on my PS5, but I'm aware of that. So yeah, I don't know. Imagine a full Skyrim-style Pokemon game. Oh my days! Imagine. There's been a few PC port kind of PC attempts kind of things where people have what's the word I'm looking for? Created mods, their own modded version of Pokemon. Is mod even the right thing? Anyway, they've built their own games entirely. They've developed their own graphic systems, their own gameplay. They've gone, okay, I want third person, I want it over the shoulder, I want to be walking around the world, I want to see Pokemon running around in the wild and not just go, this is starting now. Arceus is starting that, but they get shut down very quickly by the Nintendo police. I do believe Pokemon should have had that, and I do believe Pokemon could have had something to that extent already multiple times over, and I do believe it's the hardware that's holding it back. It's Nintendo's title. Why would they release their best game on PC? It's not going to come out on PlayStation. It might come out on Xbox, because Xbox is doing everything with everyone, but why would it come out on any other platform other than the Nintendo platform? So Nintendo would have to release the game on a platform that is not a Nintendo platform to get the best out of it. So it will always be a problem, I think, for me. So therefore, it's not a problem. If it's an ever-present, it's not a problem. It's just the landscape. Without Nintendo, there wouldn't be Pokemon. So, only 3 years for a game this huge. The map's as huge as Breath of the Wild. Also, Breath of the Wild looked awful graphics-wise too. So, yeah, I agree. And look at how much people love that. So it's not a Pokemon problem. It almost feels clickbaity to get people in because it's a Pokemon article. It's a Nintendo problem. Breaking news, Nintendo's aren't as good as PlayStation's in terms of graphics power, obviously. The content is a different conversation altogether. If you want the content, you'll play it on a Nintendo setup. There you go. Nice. Okay, moving forward. Faster now. NetherRealm dev teases Mortal Kombat 12 in a deleted tweet. This is from Yin-Poole at Eurogamer. Tagline, reversal. So a NetherRealm developer has teased Mortal Kombat 12 in a now deleted tweet. Jonathan Anderson, senior production manager at NetherRealm, tweeted the image below before scrubbing it 10 minutes later. But of course, the internet spotted it and saved it for analysis. Squint at the top right-hand corner of the image and you'll see the bottom of Anderson's monitor, which includes MK12_mast. That'll be Mortal Kombat 12 then. In keeping with the tease is an email from someone called Christine warning against sharing a video of the NetherRealm fans eagerly scrape the internet for this stuff. Indeed they do, Christine. Imagine Christine's email saying that being on the thingy. It feels about time NetherRealm talked about its next game, given it's been nearly 3 years since the release of Mortal Kombat 11 and DLC releases ended in July. Do you know what? We'll stop there. We don't have the time to go through it. I did see something on this. Mortal Kombat 12 has just been leaked. Awkward. Especially when they're talking about being careful about leaks in the email in which it was leaked. Awkward. However, someone posed that that's just too good to be true. Right? I mean, that's like the perfect story. Is this something that has been done on purpose? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Warner Brothers, you have to react to that now. Shit's gone wrong. Someone's leaked all the stuff. So we'll see how Warner Brothers do react to it. If they start putting news and stuff out quickly in the right way, it was all part of the plan. If not, then yeah, sorry mate, Jonathan Anderson, you done fucked up. Moving ahead, and if Mr. T's here, someone do check on him because he may explode at this bit. To be honest, leaks seem to build anticipation, and that's part of it. There was another article, I think that one was Eurogamer, it might have been a VGC article actually again, that was saying that they believe it might have been part of the plan. You never know. Okay, jumping into the next bit of news. Ubisoft exec defends NFTs, saying players don't get it. It's saddening to see there's still some resistance based on misunderstanding. Is the tagline. This is written by Chris Scullion at VGC. A Ubisoft executive has said the company will proceed with its plans to implement NFTs, non-fungible tokens, in its game, claiming players just don't get it. In an interview with Australian financial comparison site Finder, Ubisoft Strategic Innovations Lab VP Nicholas Pouard defended the publisher's plans to add NFTs to its game, despite huge player backlash. Quote, well, it was a reaction we were expecting, Pouard said of the large negative response to its Quartz NFT system. We know it's not an easy concept to grasp, but Quartz is really just a first step that should lead to something bigger, something that will be more easily understood by our players. Pouard, which is an amazing name, Pouard, continued to imply throughout the interview that the player backlash was due to their inability to understand the benefit of NFTs rather than any legitimate concerns about the scheme. I think gamers don't get what a digital secondary market can bring to them, Pouard said. For now, because of the current situation and context of NFTs, gamers really believe it's first destroying the planet and second, just a tool for speculation. But we at Ubisoft are seeing first, what But what we at Ubisoft are seeing first is the end game. The end game is about giving players the opportunity to resell their items once they're finished with them, or they're finished playing the game itself. So it's really for them. It's really beneficial, but they don't get it for now. When asked about the news that Stalker 2 developer GSC Game World had U-turned on its NFT plans following player backlash, Puard again put it down to lack of player comprehension. It's saddening to see there's still some resistance based on misunderstanding, he said, but I'm not sure we can really compare what Stalker 2 was trying to do with what we are trying to achieve with Quartz. It's not the same use case to the player, I would say. Despite the attempt to portray the plans in a positive light, a report last month by Kotaku claimed that a number of Ubisoft developers are extremely unhappy with the company's decision to add NFTs to its game. The site claimed to have been shown messages posted on Ubisoft's internal social media hub Manor, in which staff were seen showing confusion and disappointment over the announcement of the Ubisoft Quartz platform. I won't go through the rest of the article. There could be more where it gets recooed and brought back on itself. I'm not sure. I will leave it there. Chelts! Hey, how you doing? FIFA with Ultimate Team is essentially NFTs, though, to be fair, in my opinion. You can keep and sell your cards. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, there's some positive spins on that, but that's it, though. If FIFA is doing that all within the game, why do we need NFTs to do that? NFTs are something completely different in terms of it's like the whole. Do you know what? I'm not even going to go down into the depths of it because I don't have the knowledge to deep dive into it, so I'll just do it badly. But yeah, if FIFA can do it, why do we need an NFT? Why do we need to make these blockchain systems that yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. This is not for me, though, because what he's saying actually aligns with what I'm saying. I said I will keep an open mind with NFTs, but telling people that they don't understand them and helping people to understand them is two different things. And he's telling people they don't understand it, but he's not really saying what the end game would be. Give us some fully fleshed out systems, because the idea of, and these are the things that was spoken about in the articles a few weeks ago. Someone said it was. Was it the Mike Shinoda thing where someone said, imagine a developer made a car in Forza that you can then go, oh, I've got the Lamborghini Gallardo skin in Forza. It was super rare. It's got ice cream uploads down the side. We only had 15 of them. People bought them. Now people want them because of the rarest skins in the world. But do you know what? I don't want to play Forza anymore. I want to play Rocket League. So I'm going to take my skin and play in that car in Rocket League. Oh, it sounds simple, but it's not. There's multiple different technical limitations behind that. The whole shite then comes in terms of how much does it cost versus how much it costs to actually develop and then scale from Forza to Rocket League to Gran Turismo to Colin McRae to Dirt Rally to whatever. So that, yeah, anyway, lots of issues within that. I do feel there is something there. The idea of me having a skin that I can then sell on. Well, Steam Marketplace does that. Is that the right place? Should there be other ways to do that? What are the exploits in terms of the systems? And what we've seen so far is a lot of brands taking content and just putting it behind a very steep and very limited paywall. It's the whole pack look mentality, but with content, rather than going, okay, here's something for everyone to play with in game. It's okay, here's for those people that are willing to gamble or bet the highest or pay over the odds or whatever. And that's all we're seeing with it. So NFTs as a system, for me, has some potential, but the way that it is being used and deployed right now, I'm not convinced. I'm still not convinced. I don't believe in what I've seen. I'll counter that with game companies haven't been able to communicate what we should be getting out of NFTs. Nothing has been explained. Nothing that has been displayed can't be done already. No, that's it. That's what it is for me. Why? But why? Okay, you want to make that an NFT, but why? Why should that be an NFT? Because the way that NFTs, like the way that FIFA works, essentially, it's kind of an NFT, but you're not spending real money on it, so to speak. I know there's obviously tangents where you can buy FIFA points, which you can then use to buy other stuff or in the game. But I could play the game, get currency, and then buy a card and then sell the card again. If I'm doing that with NFTs, FIFA wants you to spend cash on buying Team of the Year Mbappe. FIFA then makes a profit and takes that off that. You've got Team of the Year Mbappe. You then sell that to someone else. FIFA takes a bit more money off that, and it's changing the way the system works just so that they can take money at every transaction. It's like having a fee to use your credit card. You're using the blockchain system to make sure it's a verified purchase, and every time it goes through the sales in the system, we will take a little bit off the top. We'll take a bit more. But I technically still own cards of FIFA 15 that I can sell for coins within a year system. They aren't worth shit no more, but they're still mine. Steam was technically the first NFT type thing, selling stickers, etc. FIFA tax. That's always been a thing. Yeah, exactly. But that's always been a thing. So why do we need to have a completely different system for it? A system that's always online, a system that requires so much support from a hardware and logistics point of view that in a world when we're trying to reduce carbon footprints, why are we just adding this in because? So yeah, it's if it's just a case of selling the in-game assets, like this guy says, well, why are we not just doing that? Why do we not just have a system where I can go, okay, I've got the PES 12 avatar image on PSN. I want to sell that for anyone that wants to buy it. And why is it not just a case of that I can just sell the stuff that I already own, or sell stuff like in-game DLC? Let's say I missed the Cobra Kai skin in Fortnite the other week. If that was an NFT function where I could just buy it for someone else that had it, and do you know what, I've given up. I'm not going to play Fortnite ever again, so do you want to buy my skin? Okay, I'll take that one. Whoop. That's just marketplace stuff rather than NFTs. It's essentially the same sort of thing, but why not just create a marketplace? And that's the thing. It's close, but it's not the same thing. So why not just do that? And NFTs, like Tito said, it's not doing something that isn't already being done. It's just done in a way that is a little bit more cloak and dagger, essentially. Foot is essentially a sticker book, in it. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we'll put a pin in that. We could spend ages on this one. Do you know what? I'm just going to read the title of this one because we're already so far over. Gotham Knights will stay on track for 2022, Warner Brothers says. There is rumours that it could be being delayed. It's still on track for this year. And also, next story, Netflix has signed a partnership to add more games. So Rocket Ride Games will help secure new titles to be available to Netflix subscribers. So Netflix has signed a partnership with a Canadian games agency called Rocket Ride Games to help add more titles to its library of mobile games. So if you're a Netflix subscriber, you can already play certain games through their subscription service. And now they've signed a deal to make sure you've got even more. And then finally, this is our last story of the day. It's not Free Game Friday specifically, but it is already within there. So I've used both as a nice little roundup. So Epic Games Store gave away 765 million free games last year, helping it reach 194 million users. User spending on Epic's marketplace also grew by 20% to $884 million. So the Epic Games Store's user base is now 194 million in 2021, up from 160 million a year earlier. A new report summarizing the marketplace's performance in 2021, Epic Games said daily active users peaked at 31.1 million and peak concurrent users hit 13.2 million. Both figures were about the same the previous year. Monthly active users in December rose by 11% to 62 million, as was the case in 2020. The Epic Games Store gave away over 15 games over Christmas 2021, with titles offered every day from the 16th to the 30th of December. Do you know what? Let me fast forward to Demon X Machina is currently free to download from the Epic Games Store. It will be followed by Yooka-Laylee and The Impossible Lair, which will be available for free from February the 3rd to the 10th. There you go. You can see Yooka-Laylee just on the screen there. Let's click through. There you go. So Demon X Machina is available for free right now on the Epic Games Store as of next Thursday. That will change to be Yooka-Laylee and The Impossible Lair. So if you want some fun time games, do feel free to grab Yooka-Laylee next week. Or if you want Demon X Machina, that is available right now. Nice. 1 hour and 37 minutes. This is a big old show, but we are done. Thank you, everyone that has stuck around. I know we did get a bit of drop off because it's a long old show. I did say that. But I appreciate anyone that did stick around. Do stick around for a little bit longer. We're going to drop a raid on one of our friends. We will send good morning, Graham. Good after morning. Do feel free to stick around. We're going to drop a raid on one of our friends. Before we disappear, though, you can help shape these shows. If you want to send us any news that you've seen, any video games content, any stories, anything cool that's happening, do feel free to send them to us. You can drop any stories in our Discord or across any of our socials, which Tito has now dropped into the chat. We are Ice Cream Uploads across the board. All we need from you is a link to the story you want us to talk about, your thoughts and impressions on that story, and then we will give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be on Monday at 10 a.m.-ish. Reminders, Bibby is not going to be in on Monday or Wednesday, but he could be back next Friday. So if you're around next Friday, do come and join us. Do welcome him back. He could be back then. We'll let you know either way, if he is or if he isn't. You'll see. You'll see. It could be the week after. Just join us on our social medias to be informed. Nice. Have a great weekend, Graham. Chat. Stay safe. Oops, ruin the socials. God damn it. No worries. You two timeless, GG's, enjoy your day, guys. Stick around for the raid. As mentioned, we'll find a friend, we'll drop a raid on them. For now, though, have a good day. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 AM-ish, for some PUBG action. For the scoop, though, stay blessed there.